Roger Bloodworth, less than 3 weeks until Tomasz Adamek Artur Szpilka fight. We don't know much what's going on in Tomasz camp.
Because we don't tell many people.
Yeah. You're working behind closed doors, so maybe you'll reveal something. What are you doing during this training camp?
I'm not going to reveal anything. I always work behind closed doors. It's because I feel like, you know, you do your work and you go and fight. That's it.
Mm-hmm. But Tomasz said that every evening he's hearing you, or you're watching fights of Artur Szpilka.
Yeah, I've watched several fights of Szpilka, and I watched the Molo fight. I watched his last fight with Jennings, and a few others, and then we work off that.
Did you notice any new things of Tomasz's next opponent?
New? What do you mean by new things?
The things that you noticed in just last weeks that you didn't realize before you came to Poland?
Not really. You know, he's a tough guy. Comes to fight, southpaw, and you know, we have to do the things that we have to do to counter that, and that's it.
Tomasz said that if he will be healthy, it should be an easy fight for him. Do you agree?
That's the way he's supposed to think. As a trainer, you never take anybody for granted. I mean, we have a saying in the States, if you don't take your opponent seriously, he becomes a serious opponent. But that's Tomasz is very confident, you know, and he's training over here has been good for him. You know, coming back to Poland, back to his hometown, I think it's given him a new attitude toward training and a new attitude toward fighting. He seems very fresh, and he's quick, very quick. So I expect to see a very good fight.
So maybe before the fight with Glasgow, he was just bored with the same training camp, the same.
Not bored, but sometimes you can train too long. You know, he was fighting pretty regular, but the fight with Glasgow is. You know, sometimes I tell people, if you remember the fight that Muhammad Ali had with Michael Spinks only had 6 fights coming into the fight, and he won. So you never know what's going to happen. And the biggest thing in that fight was when Tomasz got hit early on the orbital bone right here, it just puffed up and closed his eyes. So it was very hard for him to see Glasgow till later in the fight. And later in the fight, when he opened up, he looked really good, but it was just too late.
So this time he will open up much more early, right?
You're going to have to buy a ticket.
Okay. Are you happy with Tomasz's performance in sparring?
Oh yeah, he's doing really well. You know, my attitude is the work is done. He knows what he has to do. He knows the game plan, and he just has to go out and execute it.
I asked Tomasz the same question because in Poland everybody expects really fireworks from this fight. Everybody's talking about this fight. Do you also feel that this is some kind of special event, or for you
I think
this is just another fight?
Well, you asked 2 different questions. The first question is, yeah, I think it's going to be a really good fight. I think there's going to be a lot of fireworks. Will it go to distance? Who knows, you know? For me, is it just another fight? I never have just another fight. You know, I prepare the fighter like every fight's the last fight, because you have to be serious about this business, especially as a heavyweight.